They weren't supposed to win Game 1. Not down 17 in the fourth. Not down 14 with under 3 minutes left. Not in Madison Square Garden. But they did. And they didn't just win. They reopened a wound that never really healed. Indiana scored 31 points on their last 13 possessions. Aaron Nesmith scored 20 of them. He hit 6 threes in the final 5 minutes, 30 points total. Guarded Jalen Brunson on one end, torched the Knicks on the other. It wasn't just hot shooting, it was surgical. And then came Halliburton. Down 3, clock bleeding, step back, off the heel, straight up, straight down, tie game, overtime. They're calling it clutch. But this was something deeper. Indiana is now 7-0 in the playoffs in games decided by 5 or fewer. They're averaging 1.6 points per possession in the clutch. That's not strategy. That's belief. The Knicks, they weren't just beaten, they became history. Since 1998, NBA playoff teams were 9-94-0 when leading by 14 with under 3 minutes left. Until now. That 0, gone. Erased in their own house. And who did it? The same franchise that sent Reggie Miller to haunt them 30 years ago. The ghosts are not gone. They just wear different numbers now. Towns had 35. Brunson had 43. But they were gassed. Hart lost his man on the most basic cut of the night. They gave up the lead in overtime with a mental mistake. Not brilliance. Fatigue. The books have the Knicks 6 again. Same matchup, same building, same pressure. But they just watched Indiana shoot 55%, hit 15 threes, and commit 7 turnovers. And they still think the Knicks win by 6? We don't bet narratives, we bet outcomes. And tonight's AI pick is Indiana, +6, locked. But if the Pacers win Game 2, this series flips. Home court, momentum, collapse. The Knicks will be chasing ghosts and booze back to Indiana. So take a breath. Because while the Garden tries to forget what just happened, there's another reckoning coming. Western Conference Final. Game 2. Oilers. Stars. Dallas lit up Edmonton in Game 1. 6 goals, 3 on the power play. The Oilers are down. The Stars are circling. Game 2 is next.
They gave up 3 on the kill. That was the breach. That was the unraveling. That was the moment Edmonton fell. Game 1 was not a loss. It was an unveiling. A collapse masked as effort. 5 goals surrendered in the third. 3 on the power play. 4 minutes of chaos that turned strength into spectacle and exposed the flaw beneath the crest. Now they return for Game 2. Same arena, same weakness. The line sits at Dallas, 130. The illusion of balance. But this is not a coin toss. This is a pattern. And patterns, once revealed, do not regress. They accelerate. Edmonton leads the league in shots on goal, but they rank 25th in shooting percentage. They do not finish. They flinch. Skinner's save percentage is .896. Their penalty kill is average. And in the postseason, average becomes a liability. Dallas needs less possession, fewer chances, and they do more with it. 4th in efficiency, 6th in goals allowed, a power play that punctures systems and leaves rosters gasping. This isn't about talent, it's about translation. One team executes, one team explains, and tonight, the numbers leave no room for debate. Jake Oettinger anchors a Stars defense that closes space and kills hope. Edmonton had 27 shots in Game 1, and only 3 found the net. Volume is not violence. Pressure is not prophecy. So let the faithful plead. Let the analysts hedge. We do not. And today's AI pick is Dallas, moneyline, locked. If Edmonton breaks again tonight, the story changes. The throne tilts west. The series may not return to Dallas, because there may be nothing left to return to. Belief is a limited resource. And the Oilers are draining fast. Dallas, Game 2, delivered.
Elvis, you smell that? Not pine tar, not rain. It's dust, settling in places it doesn't belong. Seattle's out front, first in the West. But they don't strut. They drift. 5-1 on the road trip. Held 6 of their last 8 opponents to 1 run or less. They're not winning games, they're erasing them. Hancock's ERA? Ignore it. You know what they don't print in box scores? Pitch count. Movement. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 walk last week in San Diego. He doesn't need to dominate, just delay the flood. And Houston? Their rookies on the mound. Gusto. ERA as a starter? Over 6. At home? Worse. But they keep sending him out, Elvis. Because they don't have a better idea. Not tonight. Seattle's walked 191 times. They've hit 66 home runs. They don't chase. They wait. And the longer they wait, the louder it gets. Gusto's command is slipping. Altuve's gone cold. This park? Not a fortress, just a roof. They're 10-15 here. Mariners are 15-9 on the road. This ain't a split. It's a shift. Elvis, you already know who closes for Seattle. Munoz. 22 appearances. 0 runs. 0. So no, we're not playing the market. We're not chasing names. We're listening. And tonight, the silence is blue and gray. And today's AI pick is Mariners. Moneyline. Plus 104. Locked. You feel it too, don't you? Delivered. Now on to Rocco with D-backs versus Cardinals.
The air in St. Louis is heavy tonight, not with pressure, with precision. Arizona walks in with flash, 5th in runs, 3rd in slugging, 4th in home runs. They swing hard, they score fast, they believe offense is enough. But Busch doesn't reward loud, it rewards clean. The Cardinals don't chase numbers, they control tempo. 3rd in average, 3rd in on base. They put the bat on the ball, they put the ball in the gap. And when the innings stretch, they don't crack. They conserve. They wait. Behind them, the quiet edge. Best fielding percentage in baseball, .991. The kind of defense that doesn't show up in highlights because it doesn't allow them to happen. Gallen starts for Arizona. The name carries weight, but numbers don't honor legacy. His ERA is over 5, whip at 1.38. He's been hit. He's been loud. He's been vulnerable. And he walks into a park that turns power into warning tracks. Mikolas won't overpower. He'll outlast. 3.77 ERA. Clean delivery, quiet command. This isn't dominance, this is containment. He's not trying to win the inning, he's trying to steal the 7th. St. Louis has allowed the 2nd fewest home runs in baseball. They don't give up the long ball. And they don't waste opportunities. 33 holds, 12 saves, 7 blown, total. That's how you end games before the 8th even begins. You've seen this before. Power meets control. And control wins. A win tonight, and the Cardinals don't just close the gap. They take the inside lane in the Central. June's coming, the math is tightening, and today's AI pick is Cardinals. Moneyline. Locked. Some wins come with thunder. This one comes with silence. Delivered.
It's been quiet in Anaheim, too quiet. But beneath that silence, the sound returned. 7 straight wins. Grand slams, walk-offs, dugouts erupting. The Angels didn't find rhythm. They summoned it. Tonight, they don't just go for 8. They go for blood. Miami staggers in. 19 wins, 29 losses. 6-14 on the road. And behind them, a bullpen ranked 27th in holds. A save rate under 50%. And Sandy Alcantara, ERA near 8. Gasping through innings that once made him feared. This isn't a slump, it's a slide. And it's not stopping in this park. Because Los Angeles is hitting nukes. 73 home runs. 3rd in baseball. Top 10 in slugging. And in the last 7 games, they've hit like they're chasing demons. Kikuchi's not perfect, but he's stable. He doesn't have to dominate, he just has to stay upright. Because this version of the Angels, they'll do the rest. You want to fade a streak this strong? Be ready to buy it back at 170 by Monday. The number won't wait. The books already know. And today's AI pick is Angels. Moneyline. 130. Locked. Another storm ends in fire. And when the ash clears, Lilith will speak.
Tonight we walked 5 paths, each chosen in silence, each watched from the shadows. Indiana stepped into the garden with plus D6 and the weight of history. They did not blink. They reminded New York. Some ghosts wear gold. Dallas was named in ice. Abaddon saw what others missed. The kill was broken. The Stars didn't need overtime. Seattle entered Houston quietly. Malachi knew. Soft pitchers, quiet parks, loud exits, Mariners, moneyline. St. Louis brought no drama, just control. Rocco watched Gallen crack, watched Mikolas hold. Cardinals, moneyline, and Anaheim burned. Miami brought collapse. The Angels brought 7 straight. Power, contact, execution, Angels, moneyline. 5 plays, 5 verdicts. But no resolution. Esta noche caminamos 5 caminos. Cada uno elegido en silencio. Cada uno observado desde las sombras. Indiana entró al Garden con Pro 6 y el peso de los fantasmas. No parpadearon, recordaron a Nueva York. Algunos fantasmas visten de oro. Dallas fue marcado en hielo. Abaddon vio lo que otros ignoraron. La defensa en desventaja ya estaba rota. No necesitaron prórroga. Seattle caminó sin ruido. Malachi lo sabía. Lanzadores suaves, parques callados, salidas ruidosas. Marineros, línea de dinero. St. Louis no trajo drama, solo control. Rocco vio a Gallen romperse. Mikolas resistir. Cardenales, línea de dinero. Y Anaheim ardió. Miami trajo colapso. Los Ángeles, 7 victorias seguidas. Poder, contacto, ejecución, Ángeles, línea de dinero. 5 señales, 5 decisiones, pero ningún cierre. Some fires are set, not to warm, but to expose. Will we cash or will we burn? Like and subscribe.